Senator, we have a couple of minutes left. I did want to bring up a question about nuclear power. And that is, this country is not actively building any new nuclear power facilities and hasn't for a long time, which stands to reason that the current facilities are going to be seeking license extensions. One of the oldest nuclear power plants lies about less than 30 miles away from here on the other side of the Connecticut River, and it's seeking a 20-year extension to its operating license. And recently it's went through a power uprate. It's been closed twice in the last 6 months because of a cooling tower collapse and a faulty valve. And the NRC has never not approved a licensing extension. And I'm just wondering what kind of confidence you have in the regulatory capacity of the NRC to ensure the safety for the people who live around here.
None. And by the way, I'm more exposed than any of you. Where I live, there are more nuclear power plants within a 50-mile radius than any place in the United States of America.
Many parts of them collapsed recently?
Yes. 3 Mile Island.
Well, that
collapsed. Then Salem Nuclear Power Plant that I can see from my yard across the Delaware River.
That's scary.
We own we own the Delaware River up to the high water mark in New Jersey, literally. That's the Delaware boundary, the other side of the river. Mm-hmm. This sits on the other side of the river, literally on the river. And I, for years, was on used to be called the Public Works Committee. I have been the biggest nemesis when I was on there for the NRC. It's like getting homed, coming into a small town and playing a basketball championship with the local refs. For real. I mean it sincerely. Look, there's two things we have to do, and they are very, very difficult and very expensive. We got to figure out how to safely store spent nuclear waste where it is now until we find a way to reconstitute it, which is why I would invest a couple $2 billion in accelerating the research on how to reconstitute, render that inert, and or use it again. There's a whole technology that you know as well as I don't know. I'm not an engineer, but we should be making a major investment in determining how to do that. I would not. Now, this is a local matter, and I should keep my mouth shut. But the truth of the matter is, were I President of the United States, first of all, on that NRC, there would be watchdogs, not just house dogs. There would be watchdogs. And because I have a lot of experience with these guys. I've had moved to shut down the Salem Power Plant 3 times. The biggest fines in the country were because I've been the most royal pain in the neck to this company that's very, very poorly run.
Well, you say it's a local matter, but the fact of the matter is whenever anybody raises the issue around here, we're told not to worry our pretty little heads about it. It's a federal matter.
No, what I meant was the effect of it is a local matter.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
But
no,
you write to Judd Gregg or
John
Sununu, heaven forbid.
I'm sorry.
And they'll tell you, well, it's the NRC's business.
Well, by the way, and as the NRC, which is an independent agency, I would staff the NRC differently than it is now. Literally. Just like it restaffed the NLRB. Most of the alphabet agencies. You know, I wrote a piece back in about 4 months after the president was elected saying, hang on, baby, everything's about to change. Labor, you should be paying attention to the NLRB. You shouldn't be paying attention to whether you get the minimum wage passed, which is important, but it doesn't affect you a lot. This affects you a lot. These guys are the referees with the striped shirts.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? They're all black now. They are not striped. There's not much white there. I mean, I really mean it. I mean, I think we so underestimate how much administrative power has been transferred to the referees who are now have become ideologues. Mm. And so it's a major, major, major concern. And from my perspective, I would reconstitute, literally, the NRC, number one. And number two, I would make it clear, using the bully pulpit to the extent that I can affect it through administrative action, that we should not be extending licenses to anything from airliners to nuclear power plants after the projected life of that plant, estimated by the engineers and scientists at the time, has expired, unless you're showing me you are fundamentally reconstituting the plant. That's how I would approach it.
Thank you. We spent an hour here. I don't want to.
No. I was just laughing. I don't know why the hell I was so intense with you guys. I mean, but
we're not intense candidates.
But it's a very relaxed, stimulating experience.
But really, there's so much at stake here, and there's so much within our power. God.
It is.
The next president has the single greatest opportunity any president's had since Franklin Roosevelt to literally change the shape of the world. Literally change the shape of the world.